Scientists just confirmed the people who talk to themselves are actually the most psychologically advanced humans on the planet. Here's the proof, and it will change how you see yourself forever. Wah! Intro. Disrupt the belief most people lower their voice when they catch themselves thinking out loud. They look around. They feel embarrassed. But here's what nobody tells you. Every high performer, every genius, every emotionally unbreakable person you've ever admired, they all share this one strange habit. And psychology has finally explained why. Today, I'm revealing 7 rare psychological superpowers that only exist in people who talk to themselves, backed by real science, real studies, and real results. By the end of this video, you won't just understand this habit differently. You'll wish you'd started doing it sooner. Let's go. Stamm Trait 1. They see themselves like no one else can. The superpower of radical self-awareness. Here's a question most people can't answer honestly. Why did I actually do that? Not the surface reason. The real reason most humans never ask it. They react, move on, and repeat the same mistakes for decades. But people who think out loud, they split themselves in two. One version acts, the other watches. Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky discovered this nearly a century ago. Children use out-loud speech to literally guide their own behavior. That voice doesn't disappear as we grow up. It goes underground. But in people who still let it out, that voice becomes a mental mirror, reflecting not just what you're doing, but who you're slowly becoming. While the world runs on autopilot, these people are paying attention, and that is extraordinarily rare. Schefter Trait 2. Their brain solves problems others can't even see. The self-explanation effect. There's a reason the greatest engineers in history muttered at whiteboards. There's a reason chess grandmasters whisper their moves. Saying a problem out loud forces your brain to slow down. Psychologists call it the self-explanation effect, and study after study proves it. People who talk themselves through a problem understand it deeper and solve it faster than those who only think in silence. Here's why. Inside your head, ideas are foggy, shapeless, easy to skip past, but the moment they hit the air, they have to take form. And that form reveals every crack, every gap, every flaw. In real time, your own voice becomes a quality control system running 24/7 under pressure while others freeze. The self-talker is already 3 steps ahead, quietly narrating the solution nobody else can see. Trait 3. They control emotions like a trained athlete. Distance technique science calls a game changer. Here's a trick that sounds too simple to work until you try it. Next time panic hits, don't say, "I'm so anxious." Use your own name instead. Say, "Okay, your name. You've handled worse." Here's what you do next. University of Michigan psychologist Ethan Kross spent years studying exactly this. His findings? Shocking. When people use their own name during self-talk, they create psychological distance from the emotion. They stop drowning in it and start coaching through it. Less anxiety, better performance, faster recovery. The same brain that was spiraling talked itself back down. This isn't weakness. This is a mind operating at a level most people never reach. Fair Trait 4. They access a level of creativity. Most brains block the stereo mind. Every great artist, writer, and inventor has one thing in common. They talk while they create, and it's not a coincidence. Creativity is about connecting things that don't obviously belong together. Silent thinking moves in circles. The same grooves, the same conclusions, the same limitations, but spoken thought? It forces an idea into a shape you can fight with. You can ask, "What if?" and then answer in a completely different voice. You can argue with yourself, play both sides, challenge your own logic. Half-formed thoughts collide. Impossible connections appear. People who think out loud aren't losing their minds. They're using them in stereo, exploring creative territory that silence never reaches. Trait 5. Their focus is almost impossible. To break the attention anchor we've been taught, that focus means silence, head down, mouth shut. Science says otherwise. In a landmark study, researchers asked people to find a specific object in a cluttered scene. The result? People who said the object's name out loud found it significantly faster. One spoken word cut through all the noise. Sports psychologists confirmed the same thing with elite athletes. Simple self-talk cues, eyes up, stay low, follow through, measurably improve real-time performance. The voice becomes a personal coach, pulling attention back the instant the mind tries to wander. You've done this already without realizing it, repeating a number until you write it down, saying keys, wallet, phone at the door. That's not a quirk, that's a cognitive superpower, and it works every single time. Perk spurs trait 6. They think for themselves in a world designed to think for you. Radical independence of mind. Most people, when they're uncertain, look outward. They scroll, they ask. They wait for someone to tell them what to believe. But people who talk to themselves, they turn inward first. They've built a habit of running every idea past their own judgment before borrowing anyone else's. And over years of doing this, something powerful develops. A person who can stand on their own conclusions. They don't need external approval to feel confident in a decision. They've already had the most important conversation, the one with themselves, in a world that bombards you with opinions every waking second. Hearing your own voice over the noise isn't just rare, it's almost rebellious. Cirrus trait 7. They never stop growing. Even when no one's watching. The invisible feedback loop. This is the rarest trait of all. Look at every trait we've covered. The self-aware person examines themselves. The problem solver catches their own mistakes. The emotionally regulated person coaches themselves through darkness. Put it all together and you get something extraordinary. A person who is always in conversation with the person they're trying to become. After a hard day, they replay it. What could I have done differently? Before a big moment, they rehearse it. After failure, they don't just feel bad. They ask, what is this trying to teach me? Their inner dialogue isn't noise. It's a feedback loop, a quiet, relentless system of reflection, adjustment, and growth. Real growth doesn't happen in dramatic leaps. It happens in thousands of small private conversations where you hold yourself accountable, forgive yourself, and choose to try again. Most people never have those conversations. The self-talker has them every single day, and